representing Calgary-West.
Mr. Ken Hughes from the BC Party, Calgary-West.
Thank you very much, Riaz, and I really want to thank Just Vote for this tremendous opportunity today for all of us to come here and to meet with everybody today. You know, as the founder and co-owner of a small business that employs 65 Albertans around this province, I really understand the ebb and the flow of the economy in this province. As a former member of Parliament, as the small business person I spoke of, and as a community volunteer, I'm deeply committed and have been throughout my life to being involved in the community and building a better community. As an active spouse and partner with my wife Denise, who's here today, we have 3 teenage kids who are engaged in rowing and Rangers soccer based right here in this very building, and football. I know there's no stronger bond in our society, and I'm the youngest of 6 kids. There's no stronger bond than the family bond. But as Albertans also, we have tremendous opportunities. We are the luckiest people in the world. And I believe the next 4 years are absolutely critical to ensure that we build an economic and a social framework that will continue to serve the people of Alberta, not just for this generation, but for many generations to come. This afternoon, I'll introduce 3 issues that Just Vote has asked us to address. One is related to energy development. The oil patch, of course, we know is a fundamental driver, not just of the economy here in Alberta, but in all of Canada, and in fact, for much of the North American continent. We need to do 3 things over the next 4 years to make the most of that tremendous asset that we have in the energy business in Alberta. One is we have to demonstrate and continue to demonstrate that Alberta is a stable place to invest, so that people will invest money and resources in this community, so we continue to have jobs for Albertans from end to end to end of the province. Secondly, we have to demonstrate, and I speak of this as a person who studied range management, and agriculture at university. My keen interest is to see that we follow that we set very high environmental standards. They're transparent standards. They're internationally reliable and credible, and that we tell the rest of the world what we do to protect our environment. I want our kids to grow up in the kind of province of Alberta that I grew up in, which is a place I love, which has tremendous vistas and has tremendous environmental and conservation values in this province that we've had since as long as I can remember. Thirdly, we need to build on the strengths of our economy. Oil and gas, agriculture, logging and other extraction industries. We need to promote the innovations that are coming about within those industries. We need to support them, not picking winners and losers, but rather ensuring that we have an environment where people can be creative, create the innovation, and actually commercialize that and take it to the world. We also need, of course, to ensure, as I mentioned earlier, that we have a very stable royalty and taxation environment, so that people know this will continue to be the engine for the economy for much of the continent. And we also need to ensure that every Albertan can participate. There are people in this province who haven't always been able to participate. Folks who come with skills from other lands, folks who grow up in First Nations communities, who don't necessarily have the same opportunities everybody else had. And we need to be supportive of them. On healthcare touches the lives of every Albertan. I've learned a lot over the last 4 years when I was asked to step up as a citizen, as chair of Alberta Health Services. We need to do 3 things. Improve the access in primary care. We need to continue to build the spaces for seniors so that seniors have appropriate care and places to stay and to live where they're safe and well cared for. We need to improve the support we provide to people with addictions and mental health challenges. And we need to, as one of our colleagues said earlier, We need to ensure that we support healthy living, like the tax benefits that have been provided or announced recently for both kids and for seniors. Everybody needs to live a healthy life. And that's the end of my
Thank you.
Well, clearly, we need to improve access to markets for the resources that we're developing in this province. We have between a $20 and a $30 discount that we don't get as a community because we are landlocked. We don't have access to the markets. We need the pipelines south, we need the pipelines east, we need the pipelines west in order to get product to market. That's fairly straightforward. But in order to have the social license to actually do the business that we're doing, we need to be the very best in the world at how we monitor the environmental changes that we create as a result of the development. It's got to be transparent, it's got to be credible, it's got to be independent, and then we can tell the rest of the world that we're doing this in the best way you possibly can. Thank you. This is the Ken Hughes answer to that question. It may well differ from the PC Party of Alberta. Mayor Hedmenshi is one of 4 people in Calgary that I know of that actually went to the John F. Kennedy School of Government. I'm one of the others. And so I have a great deal of respect for the way he takes public policy very seriously and the work that he has done. I think what we need to do is to work with Mayor Nenshi in order to ensure that we visit this issue, that we look seriously at allowing Calgary and Edmonton in particular to create charters so they can define their own future ideal state and work with the province, because these are big, international status, quality cities that have big ambitions. And what could be more Albertan than inspiring for big ambitions and allowing other Albertans to achieve those big ambitions as well. Before I sit down, I'd just like to acknowledge Mike Shake, the Senate candidate for Senate here, who's an important part of this whole effort.